this because you're the best. And you're one of 2 teachers.
This year hasn't been easy for anyone, but I'm so grateful for all of the teachers like you who have made a special effort to help your students, and Crystal Apple Awards is just one way that we can honor you. These are just a few of the words to describe our awesome teachers this year.
Caring,
Bubbly,
hardworking,
dedicated,
passionate,
patient,
funny,
selfless,
fearless, understanding. So normally at our school during homecoming week, when they announce the homecoming queen, it's like this whole big thing on the football field at halftime, and it's a really big ceremony. And this year, because of COVID, it had to be a little bit smaller, and it was in a pep rally form, which was still so cool. And I was announced as homecoming queen, and Mrs. Geiger was like, Lonnie, it's so unfair that you don't get to do any of those things. So she decided to take it upon herself to organize this little thing for me. And she ended class early, and we went out into the parking lot, and she's like, who here has a convertible car? And my friend, she did, and we got to ride around in the car like they would on the football field, and I got to wave, and it was just so funny. And she just didn't have to do that, and it was just so special, and it really made me feel loved. Mrs. Geiger, I don't think you realize like how big of an impact you have on your students. Literally, I know a ton of other people who also nominated you for this, and every single person that I've ever talked to has had nothing but good things to say about you. And you just make everyone feel seen and heard, and the way that you check up on us, it means so much. And I don't know what we would do without you. Like, I think the world would probably just like crumble if we didn't have you around.
You should open it up.
like an air hug. I should open it?
Yes, you should.
So you're gonna pop out at me?
No.
Scared.
Aww. You are a receiver of the Crystal Apple Award.
No
problem.
Mrs. Farnes was such a fun and amazing teacher. What would have been a boring Zoom class was very fun with her and her creative ways. One of the activities that we did was a talk show where we all got to pretend to be a character from the book we were reading, Romeo and Juliet. It was such a fun experience, and it was a good way to learn and have fun at the same time. Thank you so much, Mrs. Farnes, for making that class so incredibly fun and memorable.
Miss Johnson always had me and my friend come in on Wednesdays at lunch, and she would bring us food, she would color with us, and she always had a new topic of conversation to talk about with us, and she always was so welcoming and warm anytime you see her. Johnson, I just want to say thank you so much for all of the time you've put into not just being a teacher, but being a friend and a motherly figure at the school. You have been so kind and understanding, not just to me, but to so many other students. Every day when students come into your classroom, you have a big smile on your face, and you make everyone eager to learn. Even if it's the student who doesn't want to learn or the student who wants to learn every single Spanish word in the world, you are there to be their friend, their teacher, and their mentor.
Every Friday, Mr. Molina had this thing called karaoke where all the students got to sing, and it was in Spanish, and it was just something to look forward to the whole week. Mr. Molina, I'm so happy for you. You know, I got to experience your first year teaching at Laguna Hills High School my sophomore year, and I've just watched you grow as a teacher overall and as a person. I'm so happy for you.
I love how Dr. Sharma is able to create a family dynamic in all of her classes and make everybody feel included.
I love how Dr. Sharma makes herself accessible to all students, especially within pursuing outside extracurricular activities related to STEM.
She really taught me the value of hard work. She inspired me to pursue electrical engineering, and she showed me what it is to succeed as a woman in STEM. Each year, Dr. Sharma gives her students the advice to participate and ask questions early on, because if you don't, then you probably won't for the rest of the year.
This is why Dr. Sharma's classes are incredibly collaborative, as each student understands how important it is to take ownership of their education.
She's also able to make everybody feel comfortable in participating throughout all of the classes.
Mrs. Saar is one of the only teachers that really does care about mental health. One day I came to her and I was really struggling with turning in some assignments, and I was telling her that I was struggling like mentally, and she did pull me aside and she was like, no, everything's gonna be okay, and she did support me, and then she led me on to talking to the school counselor, which made me feel much better, and yeah. Thank you, Mrs. Saar, for helping me when times were really rough and I felt alone, and you really helped me and inspired me to push and do harder, and I wish you nothing but the best, and thank you.
As one of the main presidents of Best Buddies, I've been able to work with Joel Tapper a lot over the past couple years, and every year we get to go to Disneyland with all of the Best Buddies, and he's constantly running around making sure everybody's doing okay and everything's organized, and he puts himself before others, and it's truly amazing.
Hey, Mr. Tapper, you won an award. Yeah, you won the Crystal Apple Award.
What? Oh, wow, that's so sweet.
Thank you for the past couple of years at Dana. It has been amazing getting to know you and working alongside you, and you are one of the most selfless people I have ever met, and you're constantly making sure that all of the Stubbs kids are included, and it's totally amazing, and you've inspired me to want to do something like that when I'm older.
He always makes sure we're super engaged by joking around with us. He's super funny, so it's easy for us to laugh around with him. And it's just like a super comfortable and fun environment in his classroom.
Congratulations, Dr. Wanta, on winning the Crystal Apple Award. Congratulations. Thank you very much.
I am so grateful that I was able to be in your class, and I'm so amazed with the way that you're so understanding with each and every one of your students, especially during this hard past year with people that are online and people that are in person. How you reached out to every one of us and how kind you are to all of us, despite the hard circumstances, and how it's really taught me how selfless that somebody could be. So thank you for that.
Thanks again for making the 2020 to 2021 school year fun to remember.